public service announcement,
where we will be giving real-life experiences
and make connections between gangs
and poverty in the city of Los Angeles.
We went to great lengths
to learn more about gangs in Los Angeles and met some amazing people who told us their personal stories about how gangs and poverty affected their lives.
We also went to Homeboy Industries, which is an organization that helps former gang members turn their lives around
and allow them to have a fresh start. It provides jobs and opportunities for those who are in search of getting back into the world and finding success.
We also interviewed Akeem Lee,
an 18-year-old teenager who shared his personal story
about how his friends and his brother were involved heavily in the gang situation wherever he lived.
Although he himself was not a part of a gang, he was around the action
enough to know exactly what went on.
One of these days the sky's gonna break and everything will escape, and I'll know. One of these days the mountains are gonna fall into the sea, and they'll know that you and I were made for this. I was made to taste your kiss. We were made to never fall away. Never fall away.
My name is Elena Ramirez. I was born into this lifestyle. I come from a large family. With my mother, there's 13. With my father, there's 14. And I come from a dysfunctional family of heroin addicts, alcoholics, and it all started with my grandmother. She was a main heroin supplier for this particular area that my parents grew up in.
I grew up in a family where there was domestic violence, child abuse. My parents got divorced at the age of 8. By the age of 14, well, after my parents got divorced, we didn't have much money for rent, because my mom, she raised us off welfare, then my dad will supply most of the money, so that's why she'll put up with him hitting her so that we would have a house to stay.
I've seen a lot of addicts coming in and out of my house growing up as a kid. I was never one of them little girls that have a Barbie or have a bike and play with her friends. What happens at home stays at home. What you see and turn the other way. You don't say what you see. So I've seen a lot of things, and I heard a lot of things growing up. I didn't have no mother role or father role. I didn't have no guidance or nobody to show me the right way. I just started doing the things that I seen everybody else doing, making fast money, and hey, I thought that was the lifestyle to live.
Well, my brother used to low-key get into that, and his friend got shot and killed. That's why he stopped. I see my homies get beat up and stuff. I have to protect them sometimes. I won't gangbang, but if I see my homie get beat up, I'm gonna have to help him.
By the age of 12, I started smoking weed. So by the age of 14, when I was selling drugs, I was actually smoking every day, drinking every day. And by the age of 16, I actually went to jail for a stolen car. I ended up getting out about 3 months later. My mom didn't want to take me, so I had to stay with my dad. The only thing my mother said is, your brother met Father Greg Boyle at probation camp, and he has a place where you could go and he'll give you a job and you'll be all right. So I trusted in that, I believed in that, so I said, all right, let's go. We went the next day. At 8 in the morning, I was there was no one in the office. I seen Father Greg walk in, and I went, and He like, so you want a job? I was like, yeah, okay, you're hired. Tomorrow come to work.
To my life story and how it changed for me to walk away from my gang is I experienced in 2000 a harsh and brutal experience. I was set up, I was betrayed by a female, and I was kidnapped, and I was beat, and I was raped, and I was left for dead over drugs. Because they thought that they were going to get a lot of dope off of me and a lot of money off of me, and it wasn't there. I hit AR to ask my counselor, I need a program, I need to get help. And that's when I got the help, and I went to a behavior modification program, and I ended up down here in downtown LA. And then one of the requirements was to get a job and save money, and it was hard for me to find a job with tattoos and the criminal record that I got. So then the job developer at the program referred me here to Homeboy Industries and told me that Father Greg's going to be starting a new, the building, there's business going to be opening up, and see if, go down there and check it out. That's what I did. I came down here, talked to Father Greg, and that same day I came, I got hired.
I know the stories of my homies is getting jumped on, and I'm like, wow. And they come back the next day, like, they face messed up and stuff, and you just know what happened, like, wow. Just look at them like, SMH, shaking my head.
My mom told me one day, like, I feel like giving up. Like, I can't deal with this. It's too stressful for me. Like, I'm gonna just give you guys to your dad. And we said, like, nah, Mom, like, you've done it so far. Like, just keep going, we're gonna be all right. It comes down to making a choice. Like, that's what, like, maybe losing my dad and not having a male role model influenced me to hang around with the bad people and not the nerds at school, and like those were the only things that attracted me. Maybe because my brother was in gangs, and I, like, since he was like that, then I wanted to show off to my brother. But overall they were all decisions, so I don't really blame none of my background. I just know that I can't complain about it, I can't change it. All I could do is work from today to have a better future.
Since 2006,
there have been 23,000
reported violent gang crimes in the city. These violent crimes include murder,
robberies, rapes, and assaults. Currently, there are at least 250 gangs in Los Angeles.
There are over 26,000 gang members who are active in the city that we live in.
There are many reasons why someone may join a gang. Some may want recognition.
Other possible reasons are to gain brotherhood, connection with other members,
and some people join out of intimidation.
Although the gang situation during the last 5 years has been terrible, it has tremendously improved since a decade ago. In March of 1998, for example, there was reported to be
65,513 gang members in the city of Los Angeles, while today there are only about 26,000. Thank you.